Generosity. Trying to be quiet. We often, me and my son, put things out here. They got a Christmas tree. Being generous. Sorry, I'm winded. It's a long hallway for somebody who can't walk very well. But being generous to others, we often put things that we no longer need that are in good condition still, so people can go through it and take what they need or want. That's my part of generosity in my building here. I'll talk to you soon. Hello, my Smexy Witches. Sorry about the earlier video. I wanted to show that I do give things. I am a generous person, sometimes too generous. So I learned this past, yesterday with a family member, that sometimes your generosity is just taken for granted. But I wanted to show today, it's the 4th day of the 12 days of Yule in the Nordic Germanic Asatru religion. So I am doing generosity, which is today. So these are the runes that I have chosen. And I have also chosen the Queen of Discs. And I will tell you why. The Queen of Discs is basically someone who her interests lie in the arts and civil affairs. And in those, I believe that in the arts, you're generous to show your art and to share it with other people, to teach other people your arts. And that means, like, as in creative art, as in painting, drawing, writing, and also the art of your practice, which is obviously magic, herbs, stones, your knowledge. Civil affairs, well, could be court, could be the community, generosity in the community, sharing your prosperity, giving back, helping the poor, helping out at food shelves. It also includes generosity in your family and your marriage with your significant other, being generous with housework and finances, helping out with your children, discipline, being generous with your children, sharing your knowledge, your history, stories of, sorry, I got to change my arm here, hand, I mean, generosity with your family's lore, your chosen spirituality, be it a practice or whatever religion you decide to go into. If you're wealthy, share, well, even if you're not so wealthy, share your generosity, even if it's a few dollars to somebody you know who needs for, gas money to get to a doctor's appointment or a ride. Like what I do, I give what I no longer need in my home. And I know it's in still good condition. It's not trash or anything like that. I put it in a box, as you've seen in the previous video, or the video before this one, whatever, that's attached to this one. I put it out by our mailboxes in our apartment building. And that way people can dig through, look at the items, see if they can use it or someone they know can use it. And I do that frequently because I feel that throwing away good items is still, it's trash. it's waste. Somebody else might be able to use those things. Somebody else might be able to sell it for money they need, etc. Um, uh, yeah, just, generosity is sharing, in helping others feel secure, um, giving of your time at abuse centers, with children. Um, uh, Donate generously if you can to your community, to your kin, to your friends. A lot of times, me and my bestie Whimsy, we will send gift packages, but it's like items we bought at Goodwill, still good items. They're either new or used. Something I don't use. I gave her like a shirt of mine that was long sleeves. It was like a heavier shirt, because winter months were coming, and I know it's fairly warm in California, but hey, that's just how it goes. She could use it. The first um, rune that I chose there is Gabo, I believe it said, and it includes, being generous, sharing, being generous in your home, inviting people to your home, supplying hospitality is being generous, giving out blessings at your ceremonies to others and to the gods is being generous, and them giving back to you. The gods are quite generous to you. The gods and goddesses give you inspiration and creativity and knowledge, wisdom. So if you exchange an oath, keep it, and that is being generous in and of itself. Giving an oath and keeping it. Um, you know, be generous in your personal relationships. The second one is Feu, Fehu. I think I'm saying that right. And that is being generous with your wealth, your abundance. If your income increases, you know, set aside some to donate to some kind of charity or a food shelf or a school or a church or your your religious beliefs. Set aside some for learning on it, like books or things you need for learning more. That's being generous also to yourself. You need to be generous to yourself also, not just to others, but to yourself. Because some people, and I say this because some people give to others more than they receive. And that's a good thing, but you also need to give to yourself. You need to also think of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, it's hard to take care of others. If you're getting sick because you're taking care of others, you need to think of yourself. And I don't mean just physically sick, mentally sick, there's emotional sickness. You need to think of yourself also. So generosity goes all the way around your community, your friends, your kin, yourself, your partner. It's all that. And generosity brings about happiness. So FAU is part of being happy. This last one, I hope I'm saying this right. Jera. Um, that's the harvest and cycle of a year in the Nordic Germanic belief. It's 1 year, and 1 year turns into another, so it's basically every year. And that is the earth being generous to us. We gain rewards from the earth by eating good food. Um, the fruitful season, the harvest, the earth gives back to us. It is being generous to us, so we need to be generous back to the earth. Um, Planting trees, sharing in our harvests of our own gardens and fields, and giving to the poor, people we know who could use extra help. There's like, if you Go to the store, say, and you're purchasing a bag of potatoes. Purchase two and give one to a family you know in your building, in your community that could use it. Bake two loaves of bread instead of one and give one away, etc. You know what I'm saying here. Um, it's a time of plenty, and you know sometimes it also helps to befriend somebody's children who maybe don't have a father or maybe don't have a mother or other person they could look up to. You could donate your time at schools and help kids. You know, there's many different things, and you could teach your own children if they're willing to learn. You could teach your own children what generosity is, and in becoming more generous, generosity comes back to you. That's my belief. So today, and I need to switch hands here. So today is the day of generosity, and I light this candle in the name of generosity, and I am going to choose to be generous today. I will choose to accept generosity, and I will choose to give generously. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Bye.